Children with HIV estimates that more than 200,000 people have been made homeless. Foreign journalists are banned from Zimbabwe, but an ITV news crew risked 2 years in prison to get pictures for you, filming often covertly in defiance of the authorities. Our Africa correspondent Neil Connery has this exclusive and distressing report.
It is a wasteland, street after street after street, razed to the ground. It looked to me like a natural disaster. The hundreds of thousands who've been left homeless call this Zimbabwe's tsunami. It is no exaggeration. But man, not nature, is to blame for the destruction enveloping this country. The whole force of the state is busy destroying homes and lives. The government calls this Operation Restore Order. All I could see around Zimbabwe was chaos and trauma. There is no compassion here, only brutality, carefully executed. Even though there are still hundreds of police and security forces on the streets, I've been able to witness firsthand the sheer scale of the destruction of the past 2 weeks. So far, the United Nations estimates that at least 200,000 people have been left homeless. As you can see all around me, families have been shattered and livelihoods crushed. Every day the numbers of those forcibly removed grows by tens of thousands. Once it was safe to do so, I managed to speak to the Chichewaza family, struggling like so many here.
We are very scared. We don't know what will happen. Such as now, it's now sunset. We don't know what will happen in the evening. Maybe they can come and chase us or burn what the remaining items we have now.
They show me the permission given to them by the government 4 years ago, allowing them to live here. It's worthless now. For so many here, survival is all that matters and holding on to whatever remains. At Hatcliffe Orphanage, they've been given 24 hours to get out before it's knocked down. Many of the children have lost their parents to AIDS, others are disabled. Now, thanks to the government, they're losing the roof over their heads. They've got nowhere to go. An orphanage demolished, the most vulnerable left homeless. How low can this regime stoop?
It was one of the most painful experiences I've ever experienced, and I was here during the liberation struggle, and I never thought I would see the day when this was happening to Zimbabweans.
It's late at night, and on every street people are forced to sleep in the ruins of what they used to call home. In the suburb of Mbari, I meet Isaac, who shows me the conditions people are having to endure. And where do you sleep at night? Where are you sleeping? You sleep down here?
I sleep in all of the floor.
And where does everybody else sleep? Everywhere I went, people were bewildered, asking what they should do.
So if it is illegal, what shall we do? Because we are poor, we're not rich, so there's no any way we can get money.
While his country celebrates 25 years of independence, Zimbabwe's only president reassures Parliament that this operation is designed to crack down on illegal traders. But the opposition say it's their supporters who are being targeted.
I think the major reason is that Mugabe is very vindictive. They stole the election of 31st of March 2005. They know the extent to which they stole this election. So they are literally saying in their mind, you people, you don't love us, you don't care about us, we don't care about you, so to hell with you.
Even before the armed police and the bulldozers arrived, the people who lived here were desperately trying to eke out an existence. Now they're being forced into rural areas where starvation is already rife. This is the reality of life in Zimbabwe today. As the homeless find solace in the Bible, the church feels it must speak out to let the world know Zimbabwe's plight.
The greatest consolation of any human being is to know that I am not alone. And the greatest poverty of any human being is to know or to feel that I am alone. I've come to a point where I feel that as a nation we are alone.
As the forced removals continue, many Zimbabweans, like the Chichewaza family, feel abandoned. Another freezing midwinter night approaches, with no home and no hope. Neil Connery, ITV News, Harare.
The Labour MP Kate Hoey has just returned from a week spent undercover in Zimbabwe. She told us tonight she witnessed what she called an urban blitz by Mugabe's henchmen on his opponents.
Well, Neil and his team have done a great job showing the world what is happening there. I too saw these pictures all over Zimbabwe. There's a humanitarian crisis of enormous significance, and the G8 must address this at Gleneagles in 2 weeks' time as a matter of urgency.
Well, the Foreign Secretary, Jack Straw, has responded to our story. He's issued this statement. Let me read it to you. He said, "I deplore the horrific and ruthless actions of the Zimbabwean government who have ruined the lives of thousands of innocent families, condemning them to homelessness. Last Monday, we summoned the acting ambassador from Zimbabwe to the Foreign Office to express Britain's outrage. This week, we and European partners froze the assets of more members of the Mugabe regime and banned them from travelling." A furious row has erupted between the Royal